KevG weather overview, and we've got a coastal storm for Saturday. Now, this was a change in the forecast. This kept going back and forth. This was on again, off again, and now we're on again. Such is the nature of these types of patterns where the jet stream is very active. You've got the southern branch of the jet stream, the northern branch of the jet stream. Now, we've had periods, especially last winter, where it was very mild and benign, and there wasn't really a lot going on, but different pattern this December, and we're going to have to deal with this for the rest of the month in terms of a lot of volatility in the forecasts, and it's just a question of where these storms end up going that will determine our weather, and this is no exception. So this is a big downturn in our forecast for the weekend. We've got this Saturday storm, primarily a Saturday event, and it's going to deliver a soaking rain to the region. The jet streams playing off of each other gives us problems in tracking, and it also gives us problems in precipitation type. Now, for the entire tri-state area this go around, it's not going to be an issue. It's going to be too warm for any appreciable amount of wintry precipitation. But were this pattern to continue for the rest of the month or into an early part of January, that would definitely change. But the evolution of this is such where rain does move in late Friday night, and it continues heavy at times through much of the day on Saturday, and we get a windswept, soaking rain. And by the time this storm moves away, cold air is filtering in, but it's too late to really give us anything in the way of snow. But that's not the case for parts of New England. If this model is right, if this NAM model is right, there's going to be a plowable snow over a good portion of central and eastern New England, basically for parts of northern Connecticut, eastern Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and down East Maine. But you can see how the evolution is so important, and how these things evolve and how these things track are going to be critical to our weather. And, it is messing up our Saturday. That is no question about it, with a good, steady, soaking rain. But that was a big change in the forecast. So I would just urge cautiousness when looking at the forecasts over the next week or two, just because we have this active jet stream pattern. Like, for example, here's the weather map for Monday morning. The storm that delivers us the raw, rainy conditions for Saturday is long gone. And we watch as we go through time, we see another storm go off the coast Monday night into Tuesday. That probably won't bother us, but it's close enough where you just have to keep it in the back of your mind that there can be changes to the forecast. I'm not expecting that at this time. In fact, much of the week next week looks to be dry and on the chilly side. But then as we go late in the period, there should be a storm in about 7 or 8 days that is coming up through the Gulf states, and how that interacts with the jet stream is going to be critical to our weather, whether it stays dry or whether it brings us another shot of precipitation. So if you're a weather nerd like me, you're happy because there's plenty to track, there's plenty to keep an eye on, and that's going to be the case throughout the rest of the month with a kind of a busy, active jet stream pattern. Now, the temperatures for tomorrow, a nice day on tap. Most of the day will be sunny, and then arriving clouds late, temperatures getting up around 50, just like they were today. And then Saturday just looks raw and rainy and damp, with highs barely above 40. We recover somewhat with clearing skies on Sunday. I'll just back it up to Sunday here with highs around 45 or so, which is basically where we should be this time of year. Same thing for Monday. It's a little bit on the chilly side, but nothing that we can't handle for the month of December. So these highs are generally where we should be this time of year. Here we are into Tuesday. And then for Wednesday, the same, with highs generally in the low 40s. So that's basically it. We'll have to keep vigilant over the next couple of weeks to see if there's any last minute changes in the weather forecast. But going forward, it looks like a raw, rainy day on Saturday, and then we dry it out and we have seasonable temperatures for next week.